Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. I want to say thank you to all of you. I just decided to have a quick conversation with my fellow Liberians. This is just a quick show that I have decided to do this morning. It's 2:44 in the morning here. You know, we don't sleep in the month of Ramadan. But then something, you know, continue to happen. And I decided to actually come on this night to discuss it. It has something to do with Liberia. It has something to do with the political activities in Liberia. So I'm going to do this recording. I know this is not our usual time to come on the show. So many of you will be surprised to see us coming on at this hour, this late, or this early, depending where you are. Yeah, but it is very important that we do this. You know, since yesterday, we had a show, and then I did a post on my personal page regarding the idea of the so-called asset recovery team established by Joseph Boakai, the president of the Republic of Liberia. I just believe that Joseph Boakai and his people, that they are not serious, they are not ready, or they don't even know what they are doing. They have no priorities. They have no answers for the many problems we face as a country. So as a result, they will launch what we call a kitchen sink attack on everything from every angle. Now it is becoming apparent to me that when Unity Party people were campaigning in 2023, some of the campaign statements were, oh, you know, Sekou, we are all in this thing here for one objective, and that objective is to get rid of George Weah. And I said to them, no, that's not true. We were not in it just to remove George Weah and replace him with anything or anybody. We were very clear about that. And as it seems to be, I am not a big fan of George Weah. And even if you ask George Weah and his supporters, they will tell you that we were some of the major critics of the Weah government. We did not let the weird government off the hook. We hold them accountable. We hold their feet to the fire. Throughout the 6 years of the weird presidency, of the weird government. But this fiasco that they call asset recovery process is nothing but a joke, and it is intended to plunge the country into chaos because the government does not know where to start from. So they will embark on a project that will confuse everybody, that will distract everybody, that they can use as an excuse for their failure. We have said that we remain committed to see justice in Liberia. We remain committed to see a corrupt-free Liberia. We remain committed to see all the bad doers are investigated, prosecuted, and possibly jailed. But what we have asked for is the due process. The due process matter. As the old saying goes, what is not done right is not done at all. What is not done legally is not done at all. And not because you are elected, not because you are given the mantle of power, makes you lawless. You cannot invent your own laws. You cannot circumvent our constitution simply because you are elected. No, that's not how it works. I can see some of the supporters of the president are jittering, are getting angry, are attacking, going after anybody who will dare to speak about this whole fiasco they call asset recovery. I see it as a distraction. And you are wasting your time to go after everybody who will disagree with you. Nobody is saying that do not do asset recovery. Nobody is saying that do not fight corruption. What we are saying, you got to do it the right way. You got to do it legally. You got to do it in the best way that will represent the interests of the Liberian people, not just to satisfy a handful of sycophants and blind loyalists. Liberia is a country of law, not just a few of you will decide to do whatever you want to do simply because of you have been given the mantle of leadership to steer the affairs of our country. You're not supposed to be lawless. You're supposed to respect the rule of law. Liberia is a country for all Liberians. And if your only objective to get the leadership of Liberia, to go after certain people, if that was your only objective, then you have failed outrightly. You have failed right at the door. Nobody survived in circumventing the rule of law. If you want to do, if you're really, really serious about carry on as a recovery, you must first develop a term of reference, how they want to work, the perimeter in which they're going to be operating, their scope of operation, or somebody will call it their standard operation procedures, their term of reference, and I mean, that should start with an investigation. Now with people then that campaign for you, now with a bunch of supporters and campaign people to go and start to witch hunt people that they were fighting during the campaign. That's not how it works. The people on the team alone disqualify that team to do any credible work that can be taken seriously. The people alone. Secondly, the manner in which they are starting up this whole thing is nothing but a witch hunt. A witch hunt is not going to work in Liberia. You can have all the army, you can have all the police at your disposal. As long as you are not following the Constitution, you are not going by the rule of law, you are not following the due process, you're not going anywhere. You're not going nowhere. You just distract yourself. You're going to have some wish months, if not years. You will realize nothing. Perhaps that is the objective, just to waste the Liberian people time, waste our resources, and come up with nothing. If Joseph Boakai is serious for asset recovery, you shouldn't worry about George Weah government first. You should have an audit conducted across the board. Conduct an audit on the executive, on the judiciary, as well as the legislature. And not just the past or the 55th legislature, the 54th, the 55th, and both governments of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and that of George Weah. Then we will know you're serious. But this nonsense you're going around with, it's not going to go anywhere. I just wanted to come out to say this. All those little kids that you're sending out there to insult people, to attack people, That's not going to help you. That is not going to help. No, that is nothing. We will continue to speak out. We will continue to speak truth to power. I can promise you in the coming days, weeks, and months, we will continue to expose the evil plans that you are undertaking, not for the purpose of fixing the country, but to destabilize the country, to shade, to cover up your gross inaptitude and incompetence. So we will continue to speak out. We will write. We will talk. And if need be, we will protest against any ills in the society. We don't want anybody to come create a problem for our country. Whatever you guys are doing, you better stop it. You better stop it. You cannot come to power with the purpose of just getting rid of certain people or witch hunting certain people to destroy them simply because they are your political opponents. We can't do that. We are not supporters of George Weah. We never participated in George Weah government. We benefited nothing in the George Weah government. We are just speaking against the ills in our society. And selective justice is not going to cut it. Witch hunting is not going to cut it. So your mindset that, you know what, let's just, have this election and get rid of George Weah. Now you have gotten rid of George Weah. So show all your juice. If you say you pineapple, you got to make your own juice. Show all what you can do for Liberia and how you can do it. Transform Liberia, rescue Liberia, change the country. Forget about other people for now. Conduct an audit. If you already have some audit document on file, John Molu audited Allen government, that document is on file. And there are people listed on there that they said they have some stuff for the government, for the Liberian people. So go ahead and retrieve those stuff first while you carry on investigation. Investigate, prosecute, conviction, then you try to retrieve or recover what belongs to the government through a court process, through a due process, through a legal means, but not to just gather a group of your campaign people and just put them together to go after anybody they want to go after. We are not a lawless country. We are a country of law, and people's rights should be respected. I don't want to say this morning. We're still going to have a show later on today, our regular time. But I just decided to come and tell these people. I've seen both in my inbox, under my personal page and other area, be attacking me, attacking my religion, and saying things that they thought when they do that, they can bully me or they can silence me from telling the truth. And I have told you guys time without number. I can be rejuvenated if you attack me. I do best, I do better when I'm on the defensive. If you push me, I like it, I love it. But nobody gonna bully us. Nobody gonna intimidate us or silence us with your insult and religious bigotry. I don't care. You can call me all the names in the book. Attack me, attack my religion, that's on you. We will continue to attack the issue. We will continue to discuss the issue. You guys should stop witch hunting people. You didn't take power just to run behind George Weah and people and other people. No. The Liberian people voted for you to do the right thing for them. Change their life. Let's agree. George Weah and other people then they stole, they were corrupt, but not whatever they have going to change Liberia. It's the right thing to go after them, but you got to do it the right way. You got to follow the due process. You got to follow the due process. George Weah is not saying George Weah might have been corrupt. But all you need to do, just follow the law. Don't just go take some people then that because George Weah fired them, then you put in, okay, you come here, you can work for me, you can go and pay back. People who run away from the country under the pretext of being, prosecuted by the government, people that were fired from their position, then you bring in those people to put them in some kind of group, calling that asset recovery team. What a joke. Just stop playing with the Liberian people. If you do the right thing, we will clap for you. We'll praise you. We'll be happy with you. Like I've said, I'm not a fan of George Weah. I know George Weah, then they destroyed that country in so many ways. Maybe they made some mistakes. Maybe they willfully did some things that deserve to be prosecuted. But you have to do it the right way. You got to follow the rule of law. You cannot wish on people. Find the right people. Put the right people in the right place to do the job. But not just to find anybody for the purpose of giving their job, for the purpose of going after your political enemies. I know Joseph Boakai is not in control. I know he's not the one that actually appointing those guys to go and just, go after seditions in their properties. I don't think Joseph Boakai is doing that. But those of you around Joseph Boakai, you got to stop that. That's not good. This country is so fragile. You got to understand that. Joseph Boakai won the election 50%. The country is evenly divided, split in the middle. If you try anything funny, believe me, the people are going to resist it. You can do nothing about it. Even the army you're talking about, even the police you're depending on, they are divided. The entire country is divided. So whatever you're doing, you got to walk on a fine line. You got to be on the side of the law. If you mind those job seekers, sycophants, and blind loyalists, they will plunge this country into serious chaos. You can't fight the whole country. Charles Taylor was more powerful. Charles Taylor could not fight the country. Can't do that. The least you want right now is chaos in the country. So you will avoid anything that will give room to that. So I just wanted to come here today to say this. And we're going to do a show later on. But I thought it was necessary. Because I've seen a lot of attack, a lot of insult from all kind of people. Because we said the whole asset recovery thing was a joke. It is a joke. You're not serious about it. I mean, who does that? Who does that? To appoint some people, some funny people, to go and disgrace leaders simply because what? Because they compete for you? Or you want to humiliate other people because of to score political points? You want to humiliate them. Do you remember, some seditions, they were very stupid. Some of them did not pay attention. And one time, I think I had this conversation with Samuel Twe. When the Unity Party people said that if they win the election, they will drag George Weah, Samuel Twe, Eugene Nangbe, Morba Molu, Jefferson Koji, they will drag them on the street like a market dog. They said that. The same people that made some of those comments are the people now being recruited to put in that group they call asset recovery. People that have already formed an opinion and decision against the people. They already formed an opinion. They know exactly what they already found the people guilty before even they start to investigate them. How could you do that? They said they will drag George Weah, Samuel Twe, and others on the street of Monrovia like market dogs. Now you just took power. You're even struggling to form your government, struggling to kickstart every agencies and institutions of the government. You're even struggling to make all the appointments. Confusing. Everybody going helter scatter. And then you want to start with witch hunting people without using the proper channel, the right mechanism, the proper method. And that is the due process of the law. Launch what you do first and foremost, audit across the board, audit the whole government. George Weah, Ellen, executive, judiciary, as well as the legislature, audit everybody. Based on the audit result, if you found a probable cause or a prima facie, you launch an investigation. Through that investigation, will lead to prosecution. Prosecution, you will find out that, okay, these things belong to the government. With a court order, then you can start to recover those things. To even recover one property, it takes a lot. It's not just because somebody decided go and grab the person here. Oh, because the other man never had wheelbarrow now, the man get Mercedes, go take it from him. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You got to be careful, man. I know some of you think that citizens were uneducated, they were incompetent, They will not smart in your belief, in your opinion, but the first 2 months with the CDC government, they did better than you guys are doing right now. Way better. Anyway, I just want to be here to set the stage for what lies ahead. To tell you that this is not going to be a funny business. This is going to be serious, serious business. And you got to be very, very careful not to plunge our country into any kind of chaos. We love our country so much. We have suffered a lot. It's about time for us to unite for the common good of our country, but not to create an avenue that will take us back. God forbid. But you cannot be in leadership and try to create a situation like that. We'll see you guys later. Thank you so much.